Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Poke Suit Channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Hey, here I'm showing a guitar. I don't buy much stuff from stores, obviously, because I have a small guitar business. I mostly buy from, private parties, studio owners, people in my network, people that know me, people that have been collecting for years and know that when they when they want to sell a guitar that I will pay probably more than most people would pay for it. I'll pay 60, 70% of the value of a guitar and just make a little something when I sell it. But this is a guitar. I have a lot of nylon strings, but I wanted a flamenco guitar. I wanted something easy to play, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. This is a Yamaha CG 172 SF, and I gotta tell you, I've always known this has got a solid. I think it's a German spruce top, solid top, laminate back and sides. I am really impressed with this guitar. It just sounds beautiful. It's got one of the best mid-range. I mean, no guitar does it all. You got to realize this, you know. But the mid-range on this guitar is just absolutely beautiful. The mid-range and the mid-bass, which is really where a lot of the magic happens in a great guitar, the mid-range and the mid-bass. But this guitar, I'm very impressed with it. It was only $400. It just sounds unbelievable. Now, some people, and when I do a guitar video, I'm trying to show the tone of the guitar. So I can't always show everything on the fretboard perfectly. I can't have an angle where you can see my face and everything. I'm not worried about that. I'm trying more to share the tone of the guitar, okay? Now I'm playing in a tuning, which is a flamenco tuning. But yeah, this guitar really has the sound. So I'm just thought I'd share the tone a little bit. Even Chet Atkins said, no two guitars are the same sounding. But even though like with certain classical guitars, you get a little more sweetness in the mid range, the bass, and the treble. You don't get the clarity. This guitar has a certain growl to it. It has a definition and a sweetness. And I just love it, man. Anyway. And when I do my videos, I'm not trying to do a performance, just so everybody knows. I'm just showing the guitar most of the time, But here's some things I've been working on lately, too. I'll try to adjust the angle here a little bit. Maybe you can see it a little better. But this is the flamenco tuning I got from Carlos Montoya. And you lower the low E to a D, make the G string an F sharp. Here's a little something I'm seriously thinking of doing an album of solo guitar just to kind of share my point of view, I was actually playing this guitar this morning, and one of my roommates said they thought it was a piano, which I thought was interesting. But like I said, I mean, if I had to give this a rating, I would say they hit it out of the. I think this is one of the best guitar values in the world. Actually, I think I paid around $400 with tax and everything. Like I said, I normally don't buy from stores. That's just a great. It's got definition. It's got definition, but also sweetness and growl to it. Of course, it doesn't have the same, smooth kind of buttery bass as a nylon classical, but every guitar has its own magic, and will pull out, will inspire different things. Again, not a performance, just trying to show you the guitar. And I'm trying to create some space when I show a guitar too. Some people, when they show a guitar, they're playing the whole time. You got to slow down a little bit, guys and gals. Let the guitar breathe. Let the chords breathe. Hopefully you can hear that. It really got a beautiful sound. Like I said, it has that kind of growl, to the tone, you know. And I do play a lot with the pick. Cut the nails down on my left hand. And by the way, if you're a guitar player, you should be doing this every day, at least an hour, which is like guitar rhythm. It's like 5, 7. I try to do this a couple hours a day. It really helps. You got to take your right hand development seriously, folks. So many people don't have a strong right hand, especially a lot of jazz players, you know. God bless them, but you got to work on your right hand. You don't want to have a lazy right hand. And when the right hand starts to develop and really wakes up, it's just a beautiful thing. It almost feels like a ball of energy down there, you know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Things like this, and then 7. Whoops. You get the idea. Anyway, I'm trying to show the guitar. This a little closer to show the tone. So don't send me a message and say, I can't see everything you're doing. I'm trying to show the tone of this beautiful flamenco guitar. If you want a great guitar, you don't want to, I don't really believe in spending thousands and thousands and thousands for a guitar. I think if you know what you're doing and you're a good buyer, and that's really, you know, my small guitar business, I cherry pick guitars, you know. I'll buy the guitars that have the magic mojo and pay a little bit more and give my customers great value. The stuff that I find is not easy to find. But this guitar for $400, in my opinion, is an absolute, I hate to put it this way, a steal. Better way to put it maybe would be just a great, solid, old world value. And it's funny because I've been looking at these for a few years, and I actually played one a while back that I almost bought, and I went back the next day and somebody bought it. I bought this one from Sam Ash. But when I went back and saw this one just in the last week, I love the mid-range of it. I think, you know, good things come to those who wait. I think I waited for one that had a little sweeter mid-range with a little bit sweeter bass. But you can hear that, it just sounds beautiful. Again, not a performance, just showing the guitar. I use my fingers. I'm not real warmed up right now, so. So anyway, this is just a short demo. Again, this is the Yamaha CG 172SF. I think Yamaha's always made great guitars. If you've ever owned an old vintage Nippon Gaka, you know, orange label FG180, they just sound incredible. Whether they have the solid top or the laminate, they both sound unbelievable if you get a good one. Yamaha and the Japanese luthiers know a lot of secrets to making great guitars. That's why, like my vintage Takamine 12-string right now I'm selling, made in Japan in '79, is such an incredible quality guitar. Japan really makes great guitars, especially the older stuff. But yeah, this guitar for $400 is a steal. There it is. But you can hear the sound. Anyway, Yamaha CG excuse me, 172 SF. In my opinion, they knocked it out of the park with this guitar. It just sounds incredible. It's got the most beautiful mid-range. Hopefully you can hear that. And I'm just using a little $200 Zoom Q, I think it's a Q3. Small cheap mics, nothing else. So I'm just kind of showing, but yeah, I think the Yamaha knocked it out of the park. I think this is the best guitar value in the world right now. I really do. I mean, I've been playing guitar since I was 7 or 8. I'm 70 now. My CD's reviewed at vintageguitar.online. I'm proud of that. And I work really hard to find great guitars, and I've been doing this a long time. Still have a lot to learn, but I've learned a lot. But yeah, I think this guitar, like I said, I don't really believe in spending big money for guitars, but to get a great guitar without spending a lot of money, the more you know, the better off you are. And I'm telling you, this is, I probably should have an affiliate marketing link or something on this, but yeah, this guitar for $400 is a huge value. And it doesn't matter that it's not all solid, because actually laminate wood has a certain transparency to it. Laminate wood, it's not a bad thing. It actually has a certain reverb and openness to it, so you marry that to the solid top and you get... And this guitar has only been played probably 5 or 6 hours. It's just going to sound better and better. But yeah, Yamaha, really, really great sounding. So yeah, if you want a great guitar, why spend a ton of money? It's my philosophy. The more you learn about guitars, the better value you're going to get when you buy one. But I've said this a million times, the great guitars are few and far between. Not every guitar has the magic mojo. This guitar for the money is a great, great, great value. I think it's the best value in the world right now for a guitar. Just sound. I'm not very warmed up, but yeah, it just has a beautiful sound. Yamaha CG 172 SF. Yamaha knows a lot of secrets to making great acoustic guitars. The Japanese luthiers know a lot of secrets to making great guitars. And this guitar is light. My God, it weighs like 3.2 pounds or something. That's part of the magic of it. But like I said, it just got that roaring. I don't know if you can hear it. Hear that? Just a beautiful sounding. I think this is one of the best guitar values in the world. I might even buy another one just to have a couple, because what a great sound, huh? nice that it's easy to play, you know, these flamenco. But if you ask me what guitar is better, flamenco or classical, they're different. It's like apples and oranges. You can't, you know, it's not really a viable, logical, you know, comparison. Flamenco guitars have a certain definition to the sweetness that a classical doesn't have, but a classical has a certain sweetness to the bass and the treble and the mid bass that the flamenco doesn't have. It's a different animal, but for my ear, there's a lot lacking in a classical guitar that the flamenco guitar nails. There's a certain definition and sweetness with a good flamenco guitar, a certain definition and sweetness and warmth and bloom and growl in a good flamenco guitar that you don't get from a classical, so you need to have both. I love this guitar. See, there's a sweet definition there. I think I'll just stop right there. Yeah, Yamaha has been making great guitars for years. Some of the best guitar sounds I've ever heard have come from old made in Japan Japanese guitars. I've got a Takamine Lawsuit Model 12-string right now. I'll sell for $1,000 from '79. But yeah, if you find a good mate, you know, Japan makes great stuff. They have a lot of pride, especially the older Japanese stuff. You know, in the '70s is really because they were trying to put themselves on the map, and you know, I think a lot of the Japanese companies have more pride. They don't cut corners. They're not making things just to make a profit and try to make it cheap. They have a lot of pride involved. That's really huge. But yeah, this Yamaha CG 172 SF, in my opinion, is the best guitar value in the world right now. That's how much I'm impressed with it. Just sounds incredible. All right, folks, take care. Let's all stay positive. Faith lets go, belief clings. Metaphysical thought for today: lightly focus on what you want to attract. Lightly focus. Take care.